It's in fact Monday evening, 6 p.m. and the big story that, ladies and gentlemen, we are tracking is the stern view that the Supreme Court has taken on the elections that took place as far as the mayor is concerned in Chandigarh. A strict view has been taken by the Supreme Court on the alleged defacement of the ballot papers during the Chandigarh Mayoral election. The Supreme Court has said that the returning officer, Anil Masih, who also happens to be a BJP member, in fact should be prosecuted, conducting a hearing on the petition alleged irregularities in the election on Monday, a day after. Remember, a lot of things are happening as far as Chandigarh mayor election is concerned. It has become a prestige battle between the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party, which fought the election together, and the Bharatiya Janata Party. Now, 3 Aam Aadmi Party councillors have also switched to the BJP, and the court also took a view of this matter. The Supreme Court said the horse trading that is going on is a serious matter. So does this mean at this moment, ladies and gentlemen, that the Supreme Court, by making such strong observations against the returning officer, that the election could be countermanded or the elections could be reheld? What will be the future, and what are the political implications of what the Supreme Court has said? Remember, in the first hearing, the court said that this is murder of democracy and we will not let this happen. And at this moment, the opposition, the BJP, the Aam Aadmi Party, I beg your pardon, and the Congress is gunning for the Bharatiya Janata Party, saying that this is an indictment as far as the way the BJP conducted and made sure that they have a mayor as far as Chandigarh is concerned. Joining me at this moment, Jasmine Shah, leader and spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party. We also have Mr. Alok Vats, leader of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Gentlemen, thank you for giving us your time. Jasmine, first of all, I want to understand from you, what are the implications? Because the fact remains, even at this moment, if there is a re-election, although the Supreme Court is going to see the ballot papers tomorrow, but if there is a re-election, possibly the BJP has had time to organize the numbers that it required by getting 3 Aam Aadmi Party corporators in Chandigarh.
Okay, first, what this entire incident of Chandigarh mayoral election has shown is the brazen disregard that BJP has for democracy. It has shown that BJP's respect for democracy and the institution of election is the same as those of dictators in North Korea and Somalia. And why do I say this? Because even after the last time when the Supreme Court, I've never heard Supreme Court accusing a presiding officer of an election by saying murder of democracy ever in the history of our country. Yet not a word of regret by anyone, and I challenge the BJP spokesperson here. They will also not regret. Arey kiya to kiya, kya parwa hai? That was their entire attitude. JP Nadda tweeted it. But after all this has happened, and after this person was caught red-handed, mind you, this is the first time BJP has been caught red-handed. We know many such instances where BJP manipulates elections. It buys and sells candidates, and this is precisely what happened. Even while the case was going on in the Supreme Court, just look at how shameful conduct BJP has indulged in. It is going ahead and said that theek hai, murder kiye gaye, pakde gaye, koi issue nahi hai. Ab we will go and start buying out the opposition councillors. I do not know what kind of threats, what kind of incitements has been presented, but it is a very troubling feature that BJP out here is to kill democracy. It has no values at all, and it will not fall short of any action, even if the Supreme Court reprimands it. So
true.
I think this
Jasmine, the Supreme Court made a very, very strong observation. It said that we are also noticing this horse trading which is going on. But the fact remains, Jasmine, while the entire time during the election, which is now under question, then the Supreme Court hearing as well, BJP was able to get 3 of your people onto their side. Horse trading will happen if there are people, those who are ready to be bought or ready to be, in fact, ready to jump the fence and go to the other side. Does it also reflect poorly on your councillors?
Ankit, I think one needs to do, we welcome a full-fledged investigation by a neutral probe agency. Let it be found out who made calls from BJP to these councillors, who threatened them. Is it a matter of threat? Are their family members safe? Let me remind you, 1 year back in Gujarat, when one of our MLAs who was about to win an election, a candidate was about to win an election, he was picked up from his phone by BJP goons, and he was taken under, by the goons presented in front of the election office, and he took back his nomination. BJP is capable of doing anything unless and until this matter is probed, and we request that this matter should be probed. Today, BJP is going down to brazen abuse of democracy. You will not let an election happen. You will not let opposition candidates live in peace. Have some respect for democracy. You have so much of power. Do good work where you have power. But if opposition is in power,
it's not about the words which are being spoken by your opposition. It's not a war of words, tu meme between the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party or the BJP or the Congress. It's the top court of the country indicting not only the returning officer in this election who happens to be a BJP member, and I must remind our viewers, sir, don't you think that this is an absolutely embarrassing and shameful indictment of the BJP as well?
Yes, Ankit, certainly if he is proved guilty, it is going to be embarrassing for us. But the probe is on what exactly he was doing. Tomorrow the ballot papers will be presented to the court. So let the outcome be there. But certainly if he is indicted, then it will be embarrassing for the BJP. For us, it will be embarrassing.
But Alok ji, it's just not about the indictment of the returning officer. Look at the way these elections were conducted right from the word go. Initially, when the election was supposed to happen and the Aam Aadmi Party and Congress came through together, the presiding officer, the same person said he's not well, the election did not take place. They had to go to the court to even get the election process underway. When the election process started, then of course this returning officer, and he's been caught on camera, he has today in front of the court accepted that he has put cross marks on these ballot papers. And then when a day before the Supreme Court hearing, your mayor resigns, 3 Aam Aadmi Party, the councillors shift to the Bharatiya Janata Party. The entire conduct, sir, right from the beginning, puts your party under a very bad light. It's a question mark on your party's integrity.
Certainly, some of the things that happened should not have happened. I agree to that. But as I told you, let the outcome be there. What exactly that cross mark he did and what implication it had on the result, all this is to be probed, and it is there with the highest body. And they have taken cognizance of the whole matter. So let them come out on this. And if somebody is found guilty, certainly he will be punished. And for any political party to indulge in such so-called nefarious activities, it will be a lesson that they don't indulge in such things. But then another thing that is happening nowadays, which is more concerning, is the switching of sides by people. Aam Aadmi, I thought, was an intact, a very formidable army of people and dedicated workers. But here also 3 people have switched sides.
Okay.
Probably they were not feeling comfortable there.
Jasmine, would you like to take that on? He's saying that, your people are going. In fact, the BJP has been saying that one of these councillors originally was a BJP councillor which switched to the Aam Aadmi Party and then has gone back to the Bharatiya Janata Party. So you are also open to any kind of leaders coming into your party as well?
That's not true, Ankit. At the time of election, when we are choosing candidates, we often do get interest from leaders from other parties. And after a background check, if we feel that they will represent Aam Aadmi Party, we are free to offer them tickets. So that is a different matter. But to say that once the vote has been given in the name of Aam Aadmi Party, and before a mayoral election is happening, one day before, hours before, 3 or 4 people switch to BJP, that very clearly shows what is going on. It is complete, I would say, abuse of the democratic process. Mr. Alok Vats and his party knows that, as far as consular elections concerned, the anti-defection law does not apply.
That's right.
And I'm glad he said that Aam Aadmi Party is a people, party of values, because he is accepting that BJP में तो कोई value system नहीं है. हम तो 50 करोड़ लगा के खड़े रहेंगे market में, बाजार में. जो आना चाहे आ जाए.
I'm completely on a time, but Jasmine, very quickly, 10 seconds to you. Tell me one thing. Tomorrow, what are you hoping? Whether the Supreme Court, goes back to the same ballot papers, or are you expecting a new election that the councillors will vote again?
No, they are very clearly said there will be no election.
Jasmine, quickly. Yeah.
In the first instance, the Supreme Court, what they have suggested and what we have also requested is that the old ballots be re-evaluated and we should not go through a new election until and unless absolutely necessary.
Okay.
The old ballot have been cast by all the people and they should be assigned as per what the councillors had intended to.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen, for joining us and presenting your party's view on this very important matter.